Okay, so I hope you are good and everybody's doing well. So welcome to the analysis. It's just a weekly analysis as usual, as how I do on the weekend, but this weekend I was not able to do it because of just timetable and other things that I was doing over the weekend. So welcome to the weekly analysis, and this will be projection from today till the end of the week. And we are looking what is expected to happen on gold, and I'm in a weekly time frame, basically looking on the past 4 weeks. You'll find that we had this powerful fall, breaking this trend line that was respected several times in the previous. So after it was broken, the next week was a push to the upside, which was like retest to that broken trend line. And the next 2 weeks, all of them, they were rejected to the upside. Now it is about now 1 week, and the current week has already opened with rejection to the upside. So it seems like this trend line may work properly, rejecting price to the downside. So we'll see in lower time frames what exactly is expected to happen, but general picture from what is happening in a weekly time frame is just power to the downside. We have some sellers around this area, which is related with retest with this previous broken trend line. So moving to daily time frame, so we can have some key things there that we can incorporate to have that proper direction of the market, whereby in daily time frame, one of the most important thing to consider here is just to have a wave count. We have 5 wave count to the upside, and at the same time we have candlestick formation at that top area there, whereby in wave count we had 5 wave up. They were completed on 24th of May. I think this was the final 24th of May now. So we had the 5th wave to the upside on 24th of May. And mainly from my previous analysis, I was expecting that price in gold may rise up to about 19 something there, but the price has not reached the 19 something. It has reached 1860. Now it is now it turned around 1869. So it has not moved too far to those areas, and this was because I was expecting extension in the third wave, but the third wave didn't extend it. So I have switched my count from that previous observation, whereby this top was the third wave and this moved to the downside. I was expecting this to be the fourth, so I was looking for the 5th wave to the upside before price correcting to the downside. So it has not reached this trend line, which was in my projections. So that is not a problem, because we already had this proper count in a previous move. So it can help us to know the direction, to know the depth of correction in this movement to the downside, which is expected to happen. So looking this candlestick formation, it has not yet violated with this move to the upside, so it is properly, it is all still operating, pushing price to the downside. So how far it is going to move, we will include things like Fibonacci, and also will include the idea of depth of correction. This will show us how far this price is going to move. And also at the same time, now maybe moving this trend line, we still have this trend line that also it is still under operation. It is still operating because price has not yet moved over it. It is still under this trend line. So this also shows that this price is looking for a very powerful fall in completion of this correction that has already begun since 25th of May. So this trend line was respected several times there, and then the price broken it. Then all the move to the upside, they were just to retest this broken trend line. So if it has already retested in a lower time frames, we'll have a clear direction on price when we have already identified the proper wave count. So that's what now that's what's happening in daily time frame. Then moving to 4-hour time frame. Now in a 4-hour time frame, we have a clear count to the upside, the 1 2 3 4 5 to the upside. And then now wave 1 always now in relation to my previous analysis, now wave 1 was longer than this third wave. So I was expecting that third wave will still keep on going, but as the price has already turned around that area, so my third wave has been labeled there. I have labeled third wave there, and then this move to the downside is now the fourth, and then the final move to the upside was completed there, and price now price turned starting with the 1 2 3 4 5 to the downside. So if it has started the 5 wave move against the direction of the major trend, so this is just the beginning of correction. So if it's the beginning of correction and then it has already moved to the upside in a corrective mode, correcting the previous move, the previous 5 wave move down, so this correction, I think it is already completed. We have to run the Fibonacci tool to identify exactly if this has already completed. So now price has corrected to around 78%. So 78%, it is a proper area for price to turn and keep on moving to the downside. So this is very clear in a 4-hour time frame. And also, in addition to that, always there is a certain type of candlestick pattern that I always use. Now looking those recent 3 candles, the relationship between those recent 3 candles can indicate us, it can indicate a direction of price in the future, whereby we had this price candle with rejection from the downside, and the next candle was crossed powerfully in a bearish form. Now the next one started with a bullish move, and now currently it is rejecting to the downside. So if this next candle is going to close with this rejection to the upside, it will be a clear indicator for price to keep on falling. So those are observation in 4-hour time frame. We still look for a powerful fall unless price is going to move beyond 1869. So if it is going to move above 1869, so our fall direction will be invalid, or price will invalidate a bearish momentum. So moving to 2-hour time frame now, this will be my last time frame for analysis. So mainly in 2-hour time frames, what important there is we have this 1 2 3 4 5 to the downside, and then we have this ABC. We had this formation here. This seems to be an expanding flat. Now this formation in wave B seems to be an expanding flat, and then it completed with wave C. Maybe in lower time frames like 30 minutes and 15, you may see clearly those internal counts in this wave C, but in general this was just an ABC correcting this previous move. So now what is happening here is just a move to the downside that may not be that clear, but basically what we're supposed to do is just to wait for price to complete some formations, especially today's formation. So until tomorrow a clear direction will be there, and then I will provide projection especially to those subscribers. So subscribers will be notified for the proper or a clear direction of price in gold tomorrow when actually I get confirmations. So those are very important things to consider when you are looking for direction of price in gold. You can add your own analysis, you can add your own factors of confluence in order to get a clear direction of what is expected to happen in gold. Now this will go parallel with the aid of news. Now I was looking on the calendar. Always we have some news there, and I think we have some news on Wednesday on AUD and USD. We have some news on AUD and USD, and also on Thursday we have news on USD, and then on Friday we have news on USD, and this will be non-farm payroll. I think everybody knows non-farm payroll. They are very powerful, so we will have non-farm payroll, or the NFP, this Friday. So make sure that you remember those news hours and then stay aware of the market when news are happening. But if you are fundamentalist, so you can trade those fundamentals. So that's very powerful, very important, and you have to consider that. So this marks the end of my analysis. So make sure that you pass it through those key areas that I've indicated, and then you include your own factors of confluence to know a proper direction. But what is important, I have not explained how far it is going to fall, if it will confirm a sell. So make sure that you run a Fibonacci tool from the beginning of this move to the upside, So we expect the depth of correction. In most cases, it may start from 50% to 61 or 78. It may not go beyond this 100% level. If it is going to move beyond 100% level, now we'll be looking for a fall. So this 1 2 3 4 5 to the upside will be invalid. So that's very important to consider. So make sure that you look for price in most cases to reach 1819, maybe around 1818 or 1819. So this level is very important because it is within a golden ratio, a 61% Fibonacci. So that's very important. And thank you for your time. Make sure that you share this video if you think that it's useful, and also make sure that you put a comment if you have any suggestion. And also you can like this and subscribe with a YouTube channel if you need to be notified next time. So thank you.